Good morning, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel and welcome to race day, kind of. So today's training is going to be a race simulation or race preparation brick session. Now I should have been doing a 100 mile sportive today, which would definitely turn into a race with the lads in the cycling club. However, that's probably not very sensible for me given that my road bike's only got one gear at the minute and, well, I just don't feel like doing it. Anyway, so outlaw half in 4 weeks. So realistically, I've got 3 weeks of training left. I need to do some sort of half Ironman power or heart rate or pace bike ride to give myself the reassurance that I can do the numbers that I want to do, but also just to test like fueling at that sort of intensity, drinking, eating, and actually putting that power out. So that's what I'm going to do. So the plan is I'm going to do it indoors because it's a controlled environment. It's not exactly the same as a race day, obviously because I'm not doing a half Ironman on Zwift, but being indoors means I can control a lot of variables that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. Traffic lights, traffic, terrain, that sort of thing. But then I also need to keep in mind that there are some variables that I can't replicate indoors, like the weather, and again, like the terrain and stuff. So it's like swings and roundabouts. Anyway, so what have I done this morning? Pretty much everything I normally do on a race day. So just, well, every day, a normal bowl of porridge and a glass of squash. I'm gonna let that go down a little bit, give myself an hour or two before I actually start. I'm gonna try and get some race kit on, but it would not be a race day morning without shouting at Liz to get ready. Liz, are you ready yet? Come on.
Leave me alone.
What are you doing today?
An hour on the bike, just in the garage, the indoor bike. And then somewhere between a 30-minute to an hour run off the bike. I'm not quite sure yet. Depends how I feel when I start running.
Okay, so for people who have seen any race day vlogs that we've put out before, that girl is the #1 supporter. She gets very, very animated. So is that we're gonna see that in the garage?
I'll try my best.
For a while, when we lived in Norfolk, you said something like, it was at Wales, wasn't it? You were like, woohoo! You said smashing it, Daniel, and then for the next year or so, all the lads at the fire station would always just tell me that I was smashing it, Daniel, for every single thing that I was doing. So, in your tone of voice as well, so thanks for that. Anyway, as I say, going to get dressed up in race kit now, basically just to try so I don't want to hype that up too much, and get on the bike, so I'll see you in there. Okay, so it might seem this has happened instantaneously, but 2 or 3 hours have passed since I recorded that last clip. Anyway, I've got a tri-suit on now. I have tried to get into my Roka Elite Aero, whatever the hell it is, tri-suit. It's a little bit too tight, so this one will have to do. This is my Team Icarus tri-suit. Now this one is designed for like hot weather, so it's quite meshy. If you can see my little like man throw through there, it's supposed to dissipate heat a lot better and be good in hot weather. Really useful for doing a bike session indoors. Anyway, so again, just testing the race kit, make sure nothing's going to chafe, etc. In terms of nutrition, not really changed anything. I tend to use what I use in a race in training. I suppose that's what you should do. So I've got a bottle of full steam carb mix. There's about 40 grams of carbs in there. I'm probably not going to drink much of that, maybe a quarter or half. Then I've just got a few High Five energy gummies. I like this sort of thing on the bike because I find it gives me less problems on the run. Whereas if I eat stuff like a Cliff Bar or Flapjack, that sort of thing, it does fuel me on the bike, but it takes a lot of time to chew, which is a bit annoying. And then when I get on the run, I often need a toilet stop. So I know some people say I don't go to the sugary stuff straight away, but I find it just sits well with me. And that's the purpose of today's session. It's not going to be long enough that really I need to take on any or much nutrition, but I'm just testing it because then you know that your like digestion can cope with it and you're not going to take it and then 10 minutes later feel sick. That's the point of it, isn't it? With these like race prep sessions, I think I've definitely fell for this in the past as well. You know, it's not a race. You're not trying to put yourself in a hole or push hard. You should finish thinking, could have done a bit more there. That's not anybody weeding, that's Liz using the tap outside. Anyway, you know, you don't need to do it like flat out. So this isn't going to be a very long session. I'm hoping to do about an hour on the bike in maybe 20 minutes, half an hour running, but at 70.3 pace. So it should be fairly intensive, but it shouldn't leave me feeling like I'm need to lie down. Although I might lie down. So let's get in the garage. All right, so just set up, ready to go. For a bit better motivation, watching Ironman Tulsa, just deciding who I'm going to ride with. I think I'm going to ride with a bloke called James, local rider, strong rider. Getting dropped by him on Zwift will be a great race simulation for me. Liz, you ready?
Yes.
You've just been losing the plot, haven't you, with your technology? It's all right, though, isn't it? Turn it off and on, that's all right.
Technical hitches, so I was just getting a bit stressed.
Yeah, but you missed that. Anyway, so this is going to be a full race prep. So if I hydrate and need the toilet, I'm going to have to just go. We've got a mop in here, we're going to have to just deal with it. So it's just part of the preparation, isn't it?
Shall I shout out, man, go, go, go?
Yes, but that doesn't happen for Outlaw. I don't think it happens to half Ironmans either. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on the bike. So when you get on the bike in a race, you just got out of the swim, haven't you? So you're not like super fresh, ready to go. So I'm just getting myself out of breath, just warming up on like the pairing screen. And then when I'm like suitably ready, I'm gonna start the hour and then start going from there. Let's go. Do you like training with me?
I don't know if I like you at all.
Oh, what? You didn't say you don't like me though. Let's get cracking. Okay, so after all that hype, I haven't really done exactly what I planned. Don't laugh, Liz. I just put this on the internet and people say nasty things about me. You're supposed to be my support. Anyway, I mean, I don't know what it is. I just didn't feel great at all. I don't know whether it's psychological, the fact that it is just Swift and not like actual riding outside or not, I don't know. Just didn't feel amazing, felt like okay. Very quickly, when it starts getting hard, that's when you need to be like motivated to do it, and I just don't think I was motivated to do it. So I've done half an hour, normalised power 280 watts, which is about thereabouts as to what I have held at a half Ironman and probably hope to hold. Average heart rate of 140, so that's all very encouraging, to be honest. That's all absolutely fine, but I can't take a half an hour ride and say, yep, that's it, tick the box, I'm fit, I'm ready for a half Ironman. It doesn't quite work like that. I'm not going to do a bit run because I think to be able to do something like that, I need to feel like okay now. As I said earlier, this session should be that I feel better. I feel not like I've done myself a hole. Just a quick recap of this week's training. 5.25 hours on the bike, 4 hours running, 1 hour in the pool, made up of 3 swims. So, do you know what? I'm still not disappointed with that at all. I think I perhaps go a little bit hard in the week, not necessarily just with training, but training in life, like, you know, work, training, videos, sleep, all that sort of stuff. And I get to the weekend and I struggle to lift it a bit, and that's not necessarily a problem. If I'm getting the training done the week, then I don't need to have a weekend warrior weekend, but perhaps something for me to reflect on. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Unless, Liz, you're going to take the GoPro with you when you go for a run?
No.
Okay, so there you go. I have done the draw for the free full steam boxes, so please do check your YouTube notifications if you haven't already. I will try and otherwise track you down if not. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Haven't already? Hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for... what's happening tomorrow? No, we don't know, do we?
Monday. Work.
There you go. See you there.